they've spread across India.
Coronavirus.
We're Erin and Brandon. We're an engaged couple who are chasing our passion projects while slow traveling the world before getting married in 2021. Follow our journey and stay tuned. On our one day off from our yoga certification, our school took us to the Ganga Aarti ceremony. This ceremony happens every Sunday evening, and it was beautiful to watch. However, had we known that at that time the coronavirus had reached our little city of Rishikesh, we would not have gone.
We gotta come out? Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna walk it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Makes sense. Oh my
I don't know why this is happening. I really don't. We could easily walk, but okay.
That was insane.
Champion.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. I was so excited. He was so exciting. I was so terrified. I'm like, this guy's gonna break his tuk-tuk and he's not gonna have a living anymore.
It was like I'm telling him, okay, we're not gonna pay you 200 for here. And then he said like, you realize that I'm serious? Just moved everything like get off.
We made it! Yay! Good job, good job. Bye-bye. So all anyone's been talking about, hearing about, reading about is the coronavirus. It's also getting to a point where we need to face the facts and start making decisions on what we're gonna do.
Things have gotten very serious here. There was just a confirmed case 2 days ago in an ashram. One person was admitted to the hospital along with 52 other people who are being quarantined from a neighboring yoga school. Naturally, since we found out that news, it's been a bit of a panic.
Being that the government is gonna be shutting everything down pretty soon, just like a lot of other countries are being shut down as well. But that leaves us in a sticky situation because we don't want to be stuck in India.
So naturally in this situation, what most people are going to say is, why didn't you just go home to the US? The problem with going home to the US is with all the travel we'd have to do to get home, we're potentially affecting our loved ones at home in New York. We have no apartment in New York. We'd have to stay at Erin's parents' place. So we can't really self-isolate anywhere because we don't live anywhere. So we're trying to figure out what the best option is moving forward. And right now, it's looking like going to Thailand is our best option. Things change day to day, though.
We're still waiting on whether or not Thailand is going to be closing its borders. Right now, they're open, so it's looking good. But like Brandon said, things change instantly here. And in terms of coronavirus, everyone's freaking out. If everything's shutting down, where do we stay? Where do we eat? How do we leave? What if we get sick? Like, the ATMs are closing down. Everything's going to be shutting down.
It's been a very sobering couple of days, and honestly, it's just not been fun at all. All anybody ever talks about is the coronavirus. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
And everyone's from different countries in the yoga school, so everyone has different things every single day. My border just got closed. My border's open. My country's telling me to come home. My country's telling me to do this. So
within, a day, everything could change. So that's why there's so much uncertainty, and it's just been going all through our school and
all over the world, really.
All over the world. Things have taken a turn for the worse, and we're just going to take it day by day. But our new plan is to fly out Friday. We'll see.
We don't want to leave, but...
Of course not, but I think it's the best idea. So. It's Wednesday, March 18th, and we are still trying to figure out what we're going to do. This morning we came to the conclusion that we were going to go to Taiwan. It seemed like a great option. They've really been handling the outbreak of the coronavirus very well. We have a visa there for 90 days, almost directly after we decided that they closed the borders to all foreign visitors.
Things are changing by the hour here, but after we made our pro and con list and our coronavirus escape plans, A, B, and C, we have decided that as of now, we are going to stay in India and wait it out a little bit while we are finishing our yoga certification. As of now, the government hasn't shut anything down on this side of the city in Rishikesh, but on the other side of the city, they've closed everything down. So we're still kind of unsure about what's going to happen, but rather than making a rash decision and just leaving early and going to another country where we don't know if the borders are going to stay open or if they're going to kick everyone out, we're just going to stay here. Things might change tomorrow, but we're trying to give ourselves a little bit of a peace of mind to have a plan so we're not so in limbo like we were yesterday. So now we have this beautiful list of all of our thoughts, and worst comes to worst, we stop traveling and we go home.
It's just very hard to focus right now on yoga because there's so much stress and anxiety going around. Nobody knows what they're doing. So we just needed to make a plan, stick with it for now until we get new information so that we can focus back on yoga and try to push all of this information that's just constantly flooding our minds about the coronavirus. It's just
it's too much.
All we talk about, all we think about. So we just needed a plan, and now we can try to just push it out of our minds for a while because it's been honestly a very miserable couple of days and just full of uncertainty.
But as of now, we are just hunkering down. We're not going to leave the school, not going to leave the building. Hope that no one gets sick so that we don't wind up in an Indian hospital.
We don't want to be in a hospital. Don't put us in the hospital.
Amongst all the craziness, we're still having fun. while at the time we had made our decision to stay in India, others from our course were going through the same stress and were making decisions to go home. For some, this was our last dinner together, so we had to say our goodbyes.
We're taking a taxi at 5 p.m.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Don't make me sad, you guys.
What you don't do in the yoga.
Our feet will come as wide as the mat, and then we'll knock our knees in towards one another, and then palms are facing up. You can close your eyes. Amidst all of the chaos, there was still work to be done. Brandon and I had our practical exam, which was an hour-long class that we taught to our peers.
Straight out beside you. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Just hold here. Make sure you breathe. We'll hold it for 5.
If you feel pain at any point, just release out. You can always come to a child's pose when you're done.
We just taught our practical yoga exam and it went way better than we ever could have hoped. We're very excited.
It was so good.
I knew Erin was going to do great, but I was nervous about myself. But I guess they said we did good, so I guess I
Yes, you did well too. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of us.
Things are good in yoga world. Things are escalating. It looks like countries' borders are closing everywhere in Asia. Our plan was to go to Thailand, but I've been keeping up with their news. Their toll is just rising really high. They're gonna be closing the border soon. It's gonna happen. Every other country's done it. They're gonna do it as well. So we just want to get out in front of this. We want to get back to the US while we can, while there's still flights, while airports are open. I mean, you just never know with something like this what's gonna happen. All we know is that in the present moment, we have the ability to fly back to New York on a non-stop flight, which is unbelievable. And then also there's options for us to quarantine ourselves in New York. If we stay here in the school for the next week, we run the risk of exposing ourselves to the illness, showing symptoms, not being allowed on a flight back to the US, then we're actually stuck in India. We need to fly out now, just get back to the United States. Not that there's not problems there, we could still get it there, we could get it anywhere, but then at least we're not stuck in a different country during such a difficult time when there's so much uncertainty as to what's happening. I mean, there's the possibility that flights stop running, all countries close their borders 100%, and we're legitimately stuck. We're looking at booking a flight that Saturday morning at 1 a.m., so basically Friday night. And what that would mean is that today we have to study for our exam. Tomorrow we would take our exam. Things are accelerating much faster than we thought they would, but I think it's the most prudent plan. We're trying to stay as safe as possible, and this seems to be the way to go.
So it's just really stressful, and we have to make these big decisions under weird circumstances. We just have to look at the big picture, and while we have the opportunity to leave the country, we should. It's sad. Crying a whole bunch before because I'm sad to leave, sad to stop traveling. Not stop traveling, but take a break from traveling. I know there's so many worse situations that we could be in, and going home isn't so bad. Like, we have a home, we have somewhere to go. It just seems like this goal that we set out to travel Asia for a year is put on pause, and I'm sad.
Like, the first 2 weeks were just so amazing. The group of people was just so incredibly nice. Everybody got along so well. We were learning such a new skill in a foreign place. It was such a unique, transformative experience. All of a sudden, once there was a suspected case here in Rishikesh, everything just like blew up. Thankfully, the relationships are still there. We love all of you out there from the course. We love that we got to meet you guys and share such a great experience for those couple of weeks. And it's just so regrettable that we're leaving on these terms, but everybody has to do what's best for them to keep themselves safe, to keep their families safe. That doesn't make it any easier.
You got me crying again. It does feel nice though having a decision made, since for the past couple of days we've been really up and down with what we're planning on doing. While I'm not necessarily happy about our decision, it's nice to have a decision and a destination and a direction. And we'll see you guys again.